Hey YouTube, hope you guys are doing well. Raj from the UK here, and tonight I thought I'd share with you guys some of my thoughts, first impressions on a few samples which I've recently bought from the Lucky Scent website. I bought a bunch of samples and I thought I'd handpick a few of them and just give you my thoughts basically. So I've got a couple here from Parfumerie Generale. Got one here from the Different company and one from Boadicea the Victorious. I've mentioned Boadicea the Victorious in another one of my videos, part of the Unknown Fragrance review or series. So check that out if you want to hear more on that brand. So what's this one? Let's kick things off with Parfumerie Generale's Cuir Venenum. This is a really interesting house. I don't have any fragrances from them in full bottles, just samples, but I've got to get some of these fragrances because the guy behind this is Pierre, and the brand has an ability to create really unique compositions, fragrances which are really, they make great fragrances which are gourmand based and have elements in there or notes in there which smell like food. So this is kind of one which is like that. Cuir Venenum, initial impressions, I get a really nice leather. This is a strong leather, but it's not it's not a leather which is really gonna it's not an in your face one. It's very smooth. It's quite sweet as well. On the Lucky Scent website they have sometimes some really good descriptions of the fragrance, and they say they describe this as a burnt jam, a honeyed burnt jam, and I exactly see where they're coming from here. This is like an orange marmalade actually, what I get. It's so interesting, and it's got a citrus floral element in there just underneath that all. And it's got absolute orange flower, absolute orange flower, orange blossom, also known as neroli actually, is one of my favorite notes. But this is so different. This is so different to any orange blossom note. It's really sweet and really floral, but with the leather it retains its masculinity. Unbelievable fragrance. This is really spectacular. And these are only first impressions, you know. Sometimes you just know from trying a fragrance that you're probably going to end up buying it. I could see this one being bought in the near future. Next up we have a fragrance again from Parfumerie Generale. This is Cedre Sandaraque, which, to be honest, I'm finding a little bit difficult to describe, but I do like it. It's very different. It's slightly powdery, slightly musky, sweet, woody. It's got a nice cedar, vetiver combination as well. And it does remind me of cereal. One of the notes in there is cereals, which could mean anything to me. That could mean like barley or wheat or something. It really reminds me, if anybody knows the cereal Honey Nut Cheerios, that's something which I really like, and it reminds me of that. I'm going to try and get this one out of the vial actually, because I mean straight out of the vial I actually get a lot of vetiver and a citrus element in there as well actually, which I haven't picked up on my skin, so that's interesting. Great house, really good house. Need to get into that a little bit more. Definitely need to buy a couple of bottles soon. Next up we have Rose Poivree from the Different company. Wow, this is something else. This is a really great rose. I think I've mentioned in one of my other videos that rose can be extremely masculine. You know, don't look at the word rose and think this is a feminine fragrance, not for me. No, go out and try it. You know, break down those sort of boundaries which some people have or put up, which I used to have actually as well. I used to look at fragrances with names like rose and anything which was floral and think, it's just, that's not going to be for me. No way, you know, just go out there and try as much as you can. You'll come across some incredible fragrances. Rose Poivree. Really what I get from here is the smell of like a dough. Not cooked bread, but really like wheat and flour and water mixed together with spices like cumin. I think there's a pepperiness in here as well, and the rose is sort of underlying that. It's really I think I've only tried this on once, but this could be a really heady rose, really intense scent. It doesn't seem to be developing too much away from what I've initially smelt, unlike the Parfumerie Generale ones, which has all types of scents going on in there. But this is really interesting. Just initial impressions. I haven't worn this sample in full. Amazing. The spice element is starting to come up a little bit now. Yeah, really starting to get the spices coming out. Interesting. Really interesting. And finally we have fragrance, I don't know why I'm saying we have, Boadicea the Victorious Explorer. In the note breakdown, I didn't see patchouli mentioned in here, which is surprising because that's actually the first thing I get. I get a patchouli citrus. It sort of reminds me of M7, YSL's M7. But there, the mandarin is a little bit more pronounced. This one, you're getting smokiness in there. It's like a vetiver, but not as intense. I think one of the notes I read, I should have noted this down, but I think I read cypress in there. That's definitely what I pick up. That's pretty obvious. It's almost woody. And it's almost a little ambery as well. Amazing. I mean, I bought about 20 different samples, and I really hit the jackpot with some of these samples. Really interesting. I got some from Aluminum, Parfumerie Generale. I got a few from Andy Tower as well. But I think there's a Mona d'Oreo in there as well, which I might do a video of later, maybe. Yeah, amazing samples, you know. If you've tried any of these, or any other from these houses, let me know your thoughts. It's always great to hear other people's opinions. So, thanks for watching, guys, and see you soon.